Hiya guys, so valve lapping on the CB250 engine. This is an exhaust valve. There we go, put it to the camera, eh? That's an exhaust valve, and the edge of it, yeah, here, is what we're going to lap into here to make the both surfaces sit together correctly, and it gives you better horsepower because your compression's not off and stuff like that. It takes a bit of time to do it, so I'm only going to do the one valve. I've done the rest and I've been at it 2 hours or so now. They give you this stupid tool to do it with a little suction pad, and the smallest bit of oil gets in there and it doesn't stick, etc. And you're about to watch this happen now with myself, you know, but they need to seat together perfectly. So yeah, keep oil with on the valve stem, that's important. Yeah, we don't want it to be dry or anything like that, and keep it within. Yeah, so we've got nice lubed valve stem. Just take a bit off there so I can, there we go. And you get these cutting pastes, grinding pastes with the kit. If you go and buy a kit, you get grinding pastes. You get a coarse grinding paste and you get a fine grinding paste. So first off, we'll use the coarse grinding paste. Now I find if you use acetone, some acetone, it's a fantastic clean out. It gets rid of all the carbon. I'll show you the combustion chambers in a bit, and they're really clean. So use a bit of acetone as well. It gets rid of the oil and allows you to put the sucker pad on there. Yeah, so that should be okay. Then we get the grinding paste, and we add a bit just round the edge. Just add it round the edge, just like that. Yeah, just a bit, not too much, and be very, very careful not to get it on the valve stem, because if you do and then run your engine, trust me, it'll chew your engine up like a mouse chewing through cheese. It'll be an absolute disaster. And then put the valve in, lift it up and down a few times so you get that grinding paste moving around, and then it's like lighting a fire. If you can hear that quite rough, you'll hear the sound change, and just keep lifting it up, tap it about, and don't go crazy at it, because the grinding paste, you'll just push it all to the outside and you know you're not going to be doing anything. So just take your time, bit at a time. Lots of people now use a bloody drill to do this, which is such a bad idea, because you can't hear anything over the drill, and then you know you could get a bit of grit stuck literally just in one P, and it'll spin it round that fast, it'll rip a hole in the valve seat, and you know you'll never, oh god, such a bad idea. So just do it the long way, you know, just like this. It takes a bit of time, clean the paste off and go again at it, you know. You just literally just take your time, clean the paste off. See, that's cutting brilliant already. Let's see if we can bring this over. I will move the camera at the end and show you. Let's bring this over. Can you see? See how it's cutting around the edges? Yeah, you see how it's cutting around the edges? Just round it. Yeah, it's going nice and smooth. So again, we get a bit more cutting paste. Add a bit more cutting paste on. Being careful not to get it on the valve stem. Remember, you do not want it inside there. But we will give the engine a good clean out before we do anything else anyway, before the full thing goes back together. So again, I think you'll be able to hear that. You know, it's getting nice and smooth now. You'll be nearly ready for the next paste. So let's just, and you see, because of the acetone cleaning stuff, it allows the sticky plunger to actually stick to it, you know. The intake valves, when you do those, they're not too hard really, you know. It's the exhaust valves what generally take the time to do. There, that's becoming really, really good. How is everyone anyway? You all alright? Yeah? This kit you buy it from any motor factors, you know, Halfords, about £4.95 I think in Halfords. So it's not breaking the bank, and you know, anyone can do this. Just have a go. But I wouldn't use the drill. I wouldn't do what people do with a drill. I really wouldn't. It's such a bad idea. It can cause you so many problems. Yeah, it can cause so many problems. Let's have a look at that. See if we can bring it over to the camera. There. You see how it's cutting? Still a bit of corrosion on it, but it's cutting away nice and good. So let's get a bit more paste, a bit more of the coarse paste again. A bit more of this coarse paste, and there we go. Yeah, I had to laugh to myself the other day. My son, he's 14, and he's obsessed with YouTube and gaming and stuff, and wants to be a YouTuber when he gets older. And he says to me, he says, "Yeah, Dad, now you're a YouTuber, we can start selling merch." And I'm like, merch? Bloody hell, I've only got 24 subscribers. You know, let's just see how things go. You know, but he's all excited about it, and loves the internet and gaming, and really wants to make a future of computers. You know, he's going to go off studying CAD, computer-aided design, which is good, you know. It's the future, isn't it? Technology, it's the future. It really is. There we go. That's cutting nicely. So let's bring that out and give it a clean again. Yeah, let's give that a nice clean. Let's have a look at that. Let's bring this light down. Oh yeah, that valve seat's good. That's cutting good. Let's have a go with this. Let's see if we can. And you see, from using, let me just have a look on here. See how that's cutting away. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been up here. You see how it's cutting? Yeah, you still see the little bits of corrosion still there though. So it still needs to go. I'm not going to keep boring you with this just now, so let me just do this once more. There's once more. Give it a bit of a tap. Spread that paste around. There we go. You see, give it a good cut. Just like that. Well, it's starting a bloody fire, isn't it? With no flame going. And when you're doing that, keep moving it up and down, you know. Move all that grinding paste around. because as I say, if you push on it, you're just going to push the paste to the edge and you're not going to be doing anything. Same with the drill. If you use the drill, you know, you're going to be doing it from the other side, so you're going to be down. Here's an old valve. So you're going to clamp your drill onto there. That's going to damage this, you know, and you don't want that, because then your valve moves up and down, gets stuck, rips, oh god, you rip apart your engine, whatever. So you really don't want to be using a drill. You know, people could put rubber over there and still spin it with a drill, but because you can't listen to the sound what's being, you know, it's just a bad idea. So please stay away from a drill. Do it this way. Use some acetone and just clean the plunger before you start work on it, and it'll work. You see that? That's really coming on. That is really is coming on well. That. Now I've done this before. I mean, it's been a few years since I've done this, and I remember the first time I ever did it. 1997. I was at Drummond's garage at the time in Great Bridge. So if old man Drummond is watching this video, I hope you're alright, mate, and family's doing well. Yeah, I remember being with yourselves. It was a fantastic little garage, and I'm sure if it's still going now, it'll still be a fantastic garage, Drummond's garage. There we go. You see, it's not really cutting now, so we'll get the smoother paste on the go, the fine paste. Let's give that a quick wipe out. There we go. Again, taking time not to get it on that stem. Yeah, you really don't want it on that stem. And now this is the fine paste here now. So let's bang a bit of fine paste around it. Not too much, because as I say, you put too much on there, you're just going to push it out to the sides and create a mess. Yeah. So let's pop it back in the hole. And this is the fine one. Sounding really well, that. Sounding really good. Can't wait to get this engine built now. You know, we're nearly there, just waiting for some piston rings to come. And we'll build it, you know. I'll film the whole thing building the engine. Yeah, probably take a bit of time, but film it. So anyone who wants to build an engine will learn from it. You know, you'll learn from it. Let's show you that now. You see that? No corrosion on there no more. Pop your plunger back off. Yeah, all thanks to the acetone. That. You see people on YouTube all the time using these tools and it's coming off and they're bloody fighting with it and getting annoyed with it and then gluing bits and melting bits of glue off. Just use some acetone. You know, such a simple thing to use. And if you've got no acetone, do you know what? Use the Mrs.'s nail varnish remover. Look at that. Just take a nail varnish remover, boom, sorted. So anyway, let's get a bit of acetone. Let's give the combustion chambers a wipe out. Just like that. I did give these a good clean, you know, so there's no carbon or anything within them. And it's all thanks to acetone, that. I mean, look at that, look how clean they are. You'd almost think it's brand new, you know, and it's not. 1981 Honda Super Dream. Anyway, and if you want to check that all valves are sealed, if I had a spark plug right to hand now, I would show you, because you pop a spark plug in, you can fill this chamber up with water. If it loses water and drips out down bottom and whatever, obviously they're not seated correctly and you still need to work on them, or it may need further work and the head might have to go off somewhere, you know, to have new valve seats put in, etc. But that's a way you can test to check. And I wish I had a spark plug to hand right now, I really do. When I get a spark plug, I will come back on and show you, before we build this engine, how you do the water test. You know, literally put a spark plug in there, fill the chamber here with water and just leave it for an hour or half an hour or whatever. You know, water, if it's going to get past, it will get past, and you'll know that you're not going to get correct compression when the engine goes back together. So whilst it's in bits, you might as well do it right, do it once, and yeah, you know, it's really not rocket science. This really isn't rocket science, it really isn't. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the lapping valves. I'm trying to get better at my videos. I'm not the best, but you know, we all start from somewhere. And if anyone wants to comment and let me know how I can be better, yeah, and maybe give me any advice, you know, advice is great. I take all constructive criticism on board. But yeah, we'll get this rebuilt and you'll see the whole build, you know, right the way up, right from the bottom, right from the ground up with this engine. It's all been cleaned nicely, you know, everything. When it goes back together, it'll be like a new engine, that's for sure. So anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, drop us a comment, let me know what I can do, and I'll see you again in the next video over the coming days. Be safe everyone, take care, I'll catch you next time.